Hey there everyone, this is Matt for Creative Reviews. Today we're here with the Amazon Kindle Fire HD. This is the new one for 2013 and we're going to be doing an experience review. Alright, so we've had this for about a week. It is October 21st, 2013, and I will let you know a few things about my time with the Kindle Fire HD. First, I think it's something that I've been mentioning a lot is that price tag. When I first found it for $139, I thought repeatedly that I had made a mistake, that honestly I was paying $239, and I would have paid that. Just because it is a working tablet. I had the original Kindle Fire that was $200, and other than a bump up in resolution and the addition of volume buttons, not much has changed. Let's actually take a look at some things that have changed. The body now, instead of having a fingerprint magnet on the back, it is a soft, kind of rubberized, grippy material back here, which actually feels really nice. You have your volume rockers here, which is in an okay place, but I found that repeatedly I don't know which way I'm holding this when I'm not looking at the back. Sometimes I hit the power button when I mean to hit this, and vice versa. Sometimes I hold it like this. The only way I really know is by holding it and feeling for the speakers down here. If I feel the speakers, I know I'm holding it the right way. If I don't, then I know I have to flip it. But sometimes it just gets in the way. I am really used to tablets that work in portrait, not landscape. So having the buttons here and the speakers here, this really forces you to use this as a landscape tablet. Now, that's just not my preference too, but honestly, it's really up to you. But it's really easy just to learn how to, get away from that. All right, actually, as you could see, this is a version that has offers on it. And actually, some of the offers here are pretty good. Let's actually go into one and take a look. I remember offers from the Amazon Kindle e-reader, and I was a real big fan of that. I really liked how it offered you local deals. I'm not really seeing too much on here local. I'm seeing QuickBooks. These are ads that could work nationally, and I guess that's fine, but because I found local deals, I actually used a few of them. Here, I'm not really using them too much. It's more like an advertisement for their magazine subscriptions, 30 days for free, and then another one is for a kind of a cloth-like case for the Kindle Fire here, and that's okay. But you can turn these off if you really want for $15. I prefer to keep them on because it gives me a little bit like a magazine reading experience. I don't mind the ads. I don't mind this not going to a traditional lock screen, and I think it's fine because it still opens the tablet just like I'd like anyway, and it's fine. I talked about this a little bit in the pros and cons video, but the charging, it's really poor. It takes forever to charge with the charger that's included, which is this 5-watt little charger, which looks nice, as you can see here, but it takes forever. I've tried using, I believe it's a 10-watt charger that came with an iPad. It's not really helping out that much. I'm not sure if they have any restrictions on that, and I know it does hurt certain devices if you charge them with, another kind of charger that they're not supposed to come with, but it charges at a snail's pace. It's really unreliable, and I'm really used to other items just charging a lot quicker. This camera battery, for example, this is a Sony camera that we're using. The iPhone charges really quickly. Other Android tablets, even old ones like the HP touchpad, I believe that's the one that went on that fire sale, it charged up pretty quickly. This just, for some reason, charges really slow. I've tried this in different outlets in my house, and it just doesn't. It's really tedious, and it makes this a little bit unusable sometimes when you need to have this fully charged, just ready to go, so you don't have to stand by a plug all day. Now, I've been using this all day, and I know this is not a tablet that should be used all day. I was just using it so that I could let you know what was going on, but this is a good tablet that you use maybe 1 to 3 hours a day. You know, you watch a movie, you read a book, you listen to some music, you browse a little bit, but this is not a tablet where you are really productive and you use it for everything. It definitely is not, because when we get into it, it lacks cameras on the front or back, and it doesn't have a microphone. So you can't do any web chats, you can't create any content other than making, well, you can use a notepad that's free, but you have to pay $15 to get like an Office suite that has Word, PowerPoint, and Excel type programs. And the keyboard I found is pretty slow. Let me see if I can just create something here quickly. And the predictive text is terrible. It's really terrible. And let's see. Let's see. Okay, let me see if there's a word that I can think of that doesn't work like it's supposed to. I don't know. Actually, I can't really think of anything. Actually, I'm going to use a word that I just ordered from tonight. If anybody knows Lido Pizza, it's a pizzeria around Virginia. I'm going to type in Lido and see if I can just go on. This would be just like if I'm typing normally. So I want Lido, and immediately it goes to Lego. It doesn't give me a chance to correct it or not, and it's really tedious going back. And even if you go back and then type in Lido again, it goes back to Lego, which is ridiculous, because when I specifically go back and change it, I don't want to have to scroll, like look down here, type in Lido, okay, that's fine. I don't want to have to do that because it's just stupid. And look, I type in the same word again, it types in Lego. It is really not intuitive at all. It is hard to learn. You have to specifically go back and make it learn these things. You have to add it to the dictionary. And that's not something I want to do. I've used other tablets in the past, other smartphones, anything with a keyboard. It doesn't put you through this. And it's honestly frustrating to use and not the best way to do anything. And again, all I'm using here is Notepad. I'm not using any sophisticated program that's supposed to do this type of stuff, and it's frustrating. It's also frustrating too when you're trying to type in something like a specific link. When I'm typing in the word, well, Creative Reviews Productions abbreviation is CRP. When I type in CRP, it immediately types in Crater, CRATER. Nothing to do with anything that I'm doing at the time, but it's not a smart keyboard. But let's move on to some of the good things about this. It has amazing gameplay. Let's open up Asphalt 8. I think I have this loaded up. No, I don't have it. It takes a little bit of it takes some time for this to load, and I think that's okay because the processor is not, it's not a flagship. It's 1.5 gigahertz, and it's a dual core processor. You can actually hear some of the sound here. One of my other favorite parts about this. The sound distribution here is amazing. It's a little bit quiet on some things, but it really does sound like, let me move this back here, the sound is coming from here and almost surrounding you. And that is an amazing feat. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the camera back here and we're going to try a little race. Let's just do a brightly colored one so you can see everything. It's really, really responsive to turns, and yeah, let me just show you, and you'll see everything render really, really quickly. Oh, that's me in the back. What's up? I was thoroughly impressed when I started this, or when I played this for the first time. I thought it'd be laggy. I thought it'd be unusable because even on an iPad mini, it sometimes lags. And this is something that's less than half that price. So let's throw it out here. Really responsive when you touch the screen. Really responsive to the way you turn. And all around, it's a really, really fun experience. Just playing this game and just listening to anything on here is amazing. Now, what I'm going to do here is actually play you something off of iHeartRadio, and it usually starts with an advertisement. So let's just try that out. Let's turn the camera. Now, you're probably not going to be able to hear like the sound that's going to be coming out of here as I am, but usually these ads do feature a good bit of surround sound.
You know me, Darrell, Mr. Rollback, and the Walmart October Savings Event is going high tech on this Toshiba C-Series touchscree.
Now, the sound's coming out here. I'm hearing some sound points that actually feel like they're taking place here. And they're kind of surrounding us like this and almost turning, which doesn't make sense to me.
Leaves are falling, and so are prices. Take it from me, Mr. Rollback. Get more for your money at the Walmart October Savings Event going on right now at your local Walmart.
Okay, let's listen to some music for a sec. Let's actually listen to some pop music.
You act so different around me. 'Cause you're good.
Now, I have to say that it is not a very loud speaker at all, not by any means, and it actually gets quieter when you're listening to sound from a movie or a video, but the sound distribution is amazing. If you have this laying down, you can fill a small room, but as you can see here, I have a kitchen, there's a dining room, and there's the family room with the TV in it. It's not really filling up all this area, and that's something I wish I could do. I guess I might as well just get a Bluetooth speaker, but when you get something that's advertised with these beautiful sounding speakers, I'd like them to be a little bit louder. Now, they may have improved that on the HDX that was just released, but this isn't the HDX, and if you want to pay $139, you can't expect to have a feature this in the upgraded version, so we have to focus on this. At $139, you get 8 gigabytes and Wi-Fi only. I purchased or I rented a movie, The Great Gatsby, in HD, and I was watching it last night, and I wanted to watch it on the go when I was out at work. So what I did is I clicked the download feature, and I have all these programs here. The biggest program here is going to be Asphalt, which we'll see here in a moment takes up the most space. I'm filling up everything by 2.62 gigabytes. I only have 2.45 left. I deleted that racing game because it took up a lot of space, and I was left with maybe about 3.5. I was left with a lot more space. It was not enough space to download even one video or a full-length movie in 720p. And that's really disappointing. That means that you really can't take anything anywhere unless you're going to watch a single episode and then you're just going to go back. If you want to take things with you, you basically cannot. And it's really disheartening to be limited by Wi-Fi and just being stuck here, and that's not something that I like at all. I'd really prefer to have my videos, music and everything being on the go. Even if you download something off Amazon's MP3 store, it downloads it immediately to cloud storage and not onto your device. And that also is just a key that they're trying to push you to the cloud. But when you're restricted to Wi-Fi and have no cellular option on this, it's a little bit sad just not be able to move your storage, move your content like you would. But still, you have to remember that you are getting more than what you're paying for. This is worth what, in my opinion, more than $139. But still, I'd like the upgrades. That's why I'm probably, when I check out the HDX, I may be a little bit happier because I know that begins at 16 gigabytes and does have a cellular option. But all around, I think this is a good tablet for, like I said, use for maybe an hour to 3 hours a day. You have your basic apps, note-taking, calendar, you can make appointments, checking your email, browsing the internet, even though sometimes pages don't load up properly. As for YouTube, you have to have a dedicated YouTube application, or else it'll say that it doesn't have Flash and it won't render, even though on an iPad it doesn't have Flash, but it can still render the movies. It just uses a different format here. Contacts, you can check your Facebook, you can play streaming music. I've been relying on a lot of streaming content providers like Watch ABC, Watch ESPN, CNET streaming videos, and Fios Mobile, which gives me about 20 to 30 channels because I'm a Fios subscriber. I've been addicted to Candy Crush, and that's pretty much it. You're a little bit limited after that. Then it's some things that you can stream from the store, music, videos, and I have a few books on here, and that's really what I do. And it's an okay experience reading. It's nothing special. It's not like looking at an e-reader screen, but again, you have a nice and bright screen. Let's let this open up. See, it's taking a little bit longer than I'd like it to. So we turn it up here, and I can easily read and then scroll back and forth, and that's fine. Another thing is you're going to see a little bit of dark marks. You may not be able to see it here, but here, here, and here. And when you turn the device, in fact, I'm going to turn the lights off, you're going to see some spaces that show that the body on the back is not really creating a proper seal. As you can hear, there's two pieces there. They're not really sealed properly. Let's see if we can take a look at where some of the light is escaping from the back that I saw earlier. I'm not really... Oh, right here. You can see it right here. And that's just, build quality. It's not the best build quality, but again, $139. Give it a pass. All around, I think it's an okay tablet. It's not something that I can use because I need something that I can be productive with and use for a full day. This doesn't have that kind of battery life, even though it says so. Nope. And that's an example of the notifications here, which actually work pretty well. You have a little 1 or whatever, and it notifies if you have a Facebook contact or an email contact. All right, so this has been Matt for Creative Reviews, and we've been doing an experience review on the 2013 Amazon Kindle Fire HD. It's October 21st, 2013. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Blogger. Let us know what you like and what you don't like, and I'll see you guys next time.